The road from Jerusalem to Jericho twisted through rocky hills, barren and steep, known to many as a place where danger waited in silence. A lone traveler made his way down that path, each footstep careful, each glance alert. Then, without warning, it happened. From the shadows, robbers sprang forward. "Help! Please!" the man cried, panic ripping through his voice. But there was no mercy. They struck him hard, their fists raining down without restraint. One tore the cloak from his back, another grabbed his coin pouch. "Take everything!" one shouted viciously. They beat him until his cries faded into whimpers. And then they vanished. Dust settled. Silence returned. The man lay still, his breath shallow, his face bloodied and bruised. Hours passed. Then, footsteps. A priest approached, robes flowing, head lifted high. He slowed as he spotted the figure on the ground. For a moment he hesitated, eyes narrowing, steps faltering. But then, without a word, he turned his face away. He crossed to the other side of the road, quickening his pace. His sandals stirred dust. His hands remained clean. Sometime later, another figure came, a Levite, familiar with temple law and tradition. He noticed the man from a distance. His gaze lingered, but only for a moment. Without speaking, he turned and walked away. His shadow joined the silence. But then came a third, a Samaritan. Clad in humble garments, he walked with quiet purpose. When he saw the injured man, he gasped. "Oh no! What happened to you?" he exclaimed, his voice cracking with compassion. Jews and Samaritans, divided by history, blood, and generations of bitterness. But this man, this stranger, saw the broken traveler and chose not to walk away. Without hesitation, he rushed forward. Kneeling beside him, he gently touched the man's shoulder. "Can you hear me?" he asked softly, worry written across his face. The man groaned faintly. "You're going to be all right," the Samaritan said, his tone steady with quiet resolve. He reached into his bag, pulled out oil and wine, and began to clean the wounds, wincing as the blood stained his hands. He tore strips from his own garment to bind the injuries, then carefully lifted the man. "Easy now," he murmured, straining as he placed him on his own donkey. "I've got you." He walked beside the donkey, guiding it gently through the uneven road. When they reached an inn, the Samaritan pushed open the door and called out, "Please, I need a room. He's badly hurt." The innkeeper emerged, eyes widening at the sight. "What happened?" "No time. Just help me get him settled," the Samaritan urged, urgency in his voice. That night he stayed close. He offered water. He checked the man's breathing. He didn't sleep. By morning he approached the innkeeper again, reaching into his pouch. "Here," he said, placing silver coins on the table. "Take care of him." The innkeeper nodded slowly, moved by the stranger's generosity. The Samaritan added, "If the cost grows beyond this, I'll repay you when I return. Not out of duty, not to prove a point, just love, pure selfless love." Later Jesus looked upon the crowd gathered before him. His voice was calm, but firm. "Which of these three," he asked, "was a neighbor to the man who fell among the robbers?" A man in the crowd answered slowly, his voice filled with conviction. "The one who showed him mercy." Jesus nodded, his gaze piercing yet gentle. "Go," he said softly, "and do the same. Because being a true neighbor is not about who lives near you, it's about compassion, about the love you choose to show. It's not about status, but sacrifice. Not about recognition, but compassion. True love stops. True love stoops. True love sees the wounds and chooses not to walk away. So, who lies wounded on your road today?